Hey everybody, welcome back. James here again with you today. And this is part 2 of the most controversial hunting pellet, the pointed versus the hollow point. In the first part, you've seen us compare the Crossman Premier pointed versus the Crossman Premier hollow point. Both pellets are the same weight, 14.3 grains. Average the same muzzle velocity, chronographed 12 inches from my barrel out of my QB Chief PCP air rifle. 862 feet per second with those pellets, and they average around 23.5 foot-pounds. So in this video, and due to viewer request, I'm introducing the Crossman Premier Piranha, 14.3 grain again. All pellets are the same exact weight, just different nose basically, and 862 feet per second average out of my barrel again, 23.5 foot-pounds. So test weapon, Beeman PCP QB Chief, and we'll be shooting the Play-Doh and the book again, but in this video I'll only be shooting the Piranhas, and then we'll compare from the last video the results we had to the Piranhas. So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll be back in a second. Okay, so you guys got to see the shooting footage there. I didn't pull the pellet out of the book yet, but I did slice the Play-Doh in half. But what I want to tell you guys real quick, give you the rundown about these pellets. Crossman claims on their packaging this is the ultimate Hollowpoint with the extra bite. If you can't see here, these pellets got like a star cut shape in the nose of it, and compared to the standard Hollowpoint, which is just a round hole, supposedly these are better. These Piranhas are optimized for deep penetration and expansion according to their website. So supposedly they act like a dome pellet. Not 100% sure because I haven't shot dome in a long time, but anyway, so that's that. Now I went ahead and tested the Play-Doh density. I made a 1 by 1 by 1 inch, basically a cube, 1 inch cube of Play-Doh, and measured it out. It is average or estimatedly 2.1 grams over 2.1 grams over a cubic centimeter. What that is basically is 2 times more dense than 20% ballistics gel. Also, the book, I measured that out and weighed it and got the density of the book. The book is 0.88 grams over a cubic centimeter, so it's less dense than water, but it is a solid. So you have to remember that different pellets are going to act differently on different targets. The Play-Doh is not a true solid and it's not a true liquid. Basically, it's just solid particles in viscous liquid, suspended in viscous liquid. So let's look at the wound channel here of this Play-Doh. And I don't know if you guys can see that, but the shot on impact was very explosive compared to any other pellets I've shot. And let's actually see the wound channel here of the Play-Doh itself. Okay, so here we have the Play-Doh in front of you. Here's the entry hole. I'm actually going to measure this with the tape measure just to see how much it expanded, because this has to be probably one of the most expanding pellets I've ever shot, especially through this new gun I got. And you know, I've only tested the pointed and the hollow point, but never really even looked at or thought twice about the Piranhas. So let's see here how much it penetrated, or not penetrated, but expanded just on entry. This little wound cavity here, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll show a picture in a second, but 1 inch of impact expansion. That is pretty crazy. Um, 1 inch. So the pellet is still stuck in the book, so let me show you the book. So here's the book, and this is where I shot the pellet at. So let's flip through the pages here. So the pellet's still in here. Oh, there it is. There it is right there. Pretty nasty looking, actually. But I want to make a note real quick. If you've seen the part 1, you see here, this is where the Piranha hit. And you see here, this is where the pointed and the Hollowpoint 22 landed in the first video. So let's keep going all the way back until the pages stop tearing from the pellets. Now here's, let me see here, let me show you this real quick. This page right here really shows in great detail that Piranha. This tear right here is about probably 2 times in diameter of the pointed. That's pretty crazy. We're rolling and we're going. There's another good tear. This right here is pretty crazy. And it's funny that this is just a solid flap. This is not like, you know, little fine crack tears or anything like that. This is a solid crack all the way down into the book. So here you guys go. Here's another good page to show you. This tear right here is still bigger than the pointed. Just the shock off that pellet. So the actual Piranha stopped on this page 129. So what that tells me is it dumps all of its energy, or at least most of it, up front, and it still penetrates, but it's not as much as the regular Hollowpoint or the pointed. Okay, so I want to show you another shot here that I placed. You guys are going to probably think this is pretty crazy, but let me show you. So I shot just the book alone. I didn't record it because shooting a book isn't that exciting, but I did actually capture the pellet off this, and I will show you and compare it to the pellet we found in the book shot through Play-Doh. So check this out. This is that shot right here. This is insane penetration. And just check the wound channel out, or whatever you want to call it. So you've seen the hole in the book. This is a pure hole. Pure hole. There is no tearing. It's like a hole puncher, basically. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And bigger. It just keeps going on, and there's paper. Look at this. It's basically pushing that through. These pellets are just insane. I've never, like I said, never thought about getting them, but we're gonna go measure until it stops, and it's just paper punching. I mean, this power of this pellet, or the actual design, is crazy. So let's keep going until it stops. Okay. Got some indentation, but no tearing. Okay, so the last page it tore right here. 208. So that's pretty crazy. I am amazed at that. So I'll show you that pellet here. Here's what that pellet looked like going through this book. I'll show the side-by-side comparison, but just to give you guys an idea. So before I leave this video, I just want to state again, you know, these pellets, if they don't work through your gun, doesn't matter, because it's just a fun test to do and see which pellet actually works and which pellet doesn't. But like I stated before, you know, if you can't hit what you're aiming at, it doesn't really matter anyway. But anyway, I just want to do an overview real quick before I end the video. So starting off with the Piranha here. 14.3 grain, same as the rest of the pellets. They're all the same weight, same velocity, same foot-pounds, everything. You know, this test couldn't be more equal than it is. So, again, the Piranha, does it live up to its name? I'm going to have to give it 110%, to tell you the truth, and yes, because the ultimate Hollowpoint, in my opinion, should expand on impact no matter what media it is, and you know, it should pretty much employ all of its energy that it has. You know, it shouldn't penetrate too much. Don't get me wrong, penetration's good for certain circumstances, but in my opinion, the Piranha lives up to its name. And as stated, you know, pellets are going to act differently on different testing media. So as you can see here, it hit a softer media first. It expanded more. It went straight for just the book itself. It didn't expand as much, but it still did its job, and you can see it actually punched holes through that paper. I mean, I don't even know why they call it a Piranha. It should be, nicknamed the paper puncher or hole puncher, in my opinion, but hey, it works. So next in line is the Hollowpoint. You know, one of my favorite pellets of all time. Very accurate pellet, very dependable, at least in my guns. You guys might think the same, but here is the pellet after it went through a soft media first and then hit the book. Here is what the pellet looked like just going straight in the book. And believe it or not, out of all the pellets you guys see here, this one right here going straight for the book penetrated the most out of all the pellets. And why is that? Well, because the Hollowpoint didn't expand. And what that means is it created its own type of nose, or whatever you want to call it, shape in front, making it some sort of like a cone shape, because all that material peeled back and made a point, so it penetrated more in the book. So here is the Crossman pointed. So what's up with this one? Well, hit soft media first, then hit the book. Soft media probably going to get the most penetration on these pellets right here. If you're shooting something soft or softer, I guess, you're going to get the most penetration out of the pointed. But what happens when you turn around and hit it with something hard, or shoot at something hard? It's going to flatten out like a pancake, as you can see here. I mean, this is just a chunk of flat lead. It peeled all the way back. In my opinion, besides the Piranhas, and you've seen it in part 1, the pointed expands the most in a hard media. The Piranha, expands in both. So if I was to choose one over all these, as of for right now, the Piranha, in my opinion, performed the best for the Hollowpoint. But the, pointed and the Hollowpoint themselves, just standard Hollowpoint and pointed shooting, comparing to each other, the actual pointed is going to expand more in a hard media, but the Hollowpoint is going to expand more in a soft media. Each pellets are going to act different in different testing media, and in different situations, depending on, and especially if you use them for hunting. It depends on how hard the animal skin or armor or whatever you're shooting at is. Can't stress that enough. But I just wanted to share my results. Like I said, I've been getting requests with the Piranha, and I couldn't believe it. But it's like Ripley's Believe It or Not. So anyway, guys, I hope you you know, like this video. I enjoyed making it, as always. Appreciate you watching. You know, leave a comment below and tell me what you think about it, and if you've tested these pellets and what you like the most. As always, thanks for watching.